Hello, and welcome to Session 8 of Love Letters to Humanity, an offering to the global community of insights and perspectives from healers, practitioners, and wellness businesses. I am Victoria Marie, CTA CC of Life and Wellness Coaching by Victoria Marie. Today's conversation is with a friend I actually met through social media. I sensed through her post and the social conversations that we were engaging in, there was a message needing to be heard by me. As the universe dynamics have it for all of us, something clicked, and Katherine and I were communicating, and it led to an agreement to share this perspective via the Love Letters to Humanity. Katherine is here to help me step into and discuss looking at PTSD, depression, and anxiety, especially in this time of COVID-19. So thank you, Katherine, for your willingness to share, guide others via your experience, and to also open up, which usually makes people feel vulnerable. Why I, as a coach, walk with a person as they navigate forward to the specific space and place they want to live and thrive. So, hello, Katherine, and thank you for joining me today. So, I want to start with a little background on you, starting with the 10 years you served in the Army. And is this where the PTSD started, or was it an experience that layered upon previous PTSD you had had in your life?
I try to make them daily, but having mental wellness issues can make certain things more difficult. And even if it is yoga, which I love doing and I love doing multiple times a day, every single day, all day, some days my depression gets the best of me or my anxiety, and it just feels better not to do yoga that day. So that day I do a different type of self help. So I usually try to keep my mind going and do self study on things that I'm learning. I'm in my yoga teacher training, so I work on that a lot. But I try to do everything every day, but don't get down on myself if I don't, because that doesn't help me either. So every day is a fresh start to try and get as many good things in as possible. And if I don't get to all my goodness, I have to.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, as a life coach, that is one of the things I work with my clients. You might not get to everything every day. It might not fit in your schedule. You may not be up to it, but to tap into something that gives you a foundation of stability, gives you a sense of comfort and confidence in yourself, and definitely some time for inner work, whether it's introspection, meditation, contemplation, whatever it is, to keep that mindfulness and that wellness in the head, the heart, so that it exudes out into the world, even if it's within your own room, within your own space. So I applaud you for understanding that and determined each day to find at least one aspect, if not multiple. And like you said, some days are better than others. I also wanted to ask you, um, what was the catalyst or the portal that prompted you to seek wellness practices over, some people, substance abuse or chronic depression where you're stuck and can't move forward? What for you was the catalyst or the portal?
I It was 2.5 years ago, and I was very depressed. Had recently moved to a new state, Vermont, where I am, and didn't really have a support system, and got really, really depressed. And I remember 3 days that I didn't eat and didn't shower, and I decided I didn't want to feel like that anymore. So I asked my fiance to check in to a psychiatric facility and got the help that I needed. And some resources that I needed. And from there on, I decided that I never wanted to feel like that again. So I was going to do any and everything possible to take care of myself.
Excellent. I think too, just in anybody's circumstance, asking for help is again such a vulnerable place to sit, and then to entrust in someone that they will either take you seriously or actually help you work through and not leave you there, again, feeling isolated and alone. So kudos to you, first of all, for reaching out and for asking help. I always recommend, whether it's a person close to you, is usually the first step. And most often, the best step is to get professional help, because we need those tools to equip ourselves so that when we are in our own environment, in our own world, we have those tools that we can pull out of our belt if and when something triggers us, so that we can sustain and keep moving forward. So I commend you and your fiance. Congratulations on that. Um, how was that process for the two of you as a couple, if you don't mind sharing that with our audience?
Well, I don't. He is the best human I've ever met, and I tell everybody that. That's why I'm so he took it in stride and did what we needed to do. And although he didn't really understand it, I'm not going to speak on the male brain, but he didn't understand those feelings of being that sad. And that's okay. But he knew that I just needed the support, even if he didn't understand what that meant. I just need you to listen and be here, and that's all we need to do. So he's really amazing and good about all of it, and very understanding and forgiving. I'm very blessed to have him.
Fantastic. And I want to ask you, because I know there are people out there in very similar situations. How did you find the courage for yourself to share this with someone, especially someone so close to you, and get over the fact that they may judge you or they may turn their back on you? What was it that helped you to move forward and ask for the help?
Well, it was technically four things. So three being my dog, because they kept coming up to check on me and they didn't understand why we weren't doing our normal walks in life, and my mom just not coming out of bed type of thing. And then Jay, because I love him so much and don't want to hurt him, I thought this isn't fair to him to live with me like this. This isn't fair to myself. I'm not going to spend any more time being this sad. It's not fair. And our time here is limited. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I was terrified, terrified. And but I refused to feel any worse than I did. So terrified was better than depressed and really miserable.
Excellent. I'm so proud of you for finding that within yourself, and again, for being willing to share that. This will help someone. It will make a difference. So thank you so much for that. I also wanted to touch on, it seems that wellness practices are more difficult for people to identify, because it used to be seen as weak, exactly what we're talking about right now. Or even like in my line of work, it sounds woo woo to people. So, how did you find your way after you came out, you came home? How did you find yourself to a wellness lifestyle?
Well, I knew that if I didn't continue using the tools that I was given and taking care of myself, finding new ways to take care of myself, I was going to go down that slippery slope. But um, I just, this is Blade. This is my old man. Sorry.
Oh, that's
He has,
okay. We love a dog. Don't you worry.
um, and I just decided that I was worth it and worth working at it every single day, regardless. And it changed my life. It changed my, sorry, it
No
changed my,
worries.
it changed my friends and
Mm.
what I considered hobbies, because I took better care of myself, hopefully, and certain old practices weren't important anymore. So when I came out, I was embarrassed at first and didn't want anyone to know, but then I decided this could help someone. There are a lot of people. It was my good friend's father passed away, and I thought more people need to know about mental illness and know that it's okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to not feel okay all the time. And it's normal and you're not alone. And everybody does. And asking for help doesn't make you, it makes you strong and smart. I'll never forget. Jay's my fiance. I said, you didn't tell anyone, did you? When I went away, I said, well, I told one of our friends, Nick, and he goes, he said you're a badass for going to treatment. So I think of that anytime that I think, why am I crying again? I must be such a baby. I must be so weak. But everybody feels differently, and I'm still here, so I'm still a badass.
You definitely are. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, I in this work, I find it so amazing as human beings how we stifle, or we had in the past. And that's exactly why I'm doing these letters, love letters to humanity. We used to stifle being human. Being human is to hurt, is to feel pain, is to suffer, but then to learn and to grow and grow in community. We do not have to do it alone. And when we isolate people because they are going through something, we we force down our own humanity, and out of our own fears. So I'm so grateful that we live in a time where we can look at things and share them. We still have a lot of growing as a global community. We have a lot to do, a lot of work as a humanity, but we're getting there. We're understanding, we're opening, and there are more people who are listening than people who are trying to stifle it. So I really appreciate that you are one of the people walking down the path and leading the way and saying, yes, this is where I've walked, and I'm here to help you see there's a clear path. So I thank you for that. And I did notice there were some paintings behind you. Are those your paintings?
No, this is my aunt. Oh, actually, one of them is, but I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the dog is me. That's one of my old dogs, Roxy. And then next to it is my Aunt Pam's flower. But and those two are my friend Corinne Russell's art for resin pours. So yeah, this is my yoga zen den.
Excellent. We all need a space to allow our authentic self just to dance and move and sit and contemplate. So, thank you for sharing this time. Is there anything else that you want to share with our audience that we have right now that I hadn't mentioned or brought up?
I don't think so. Just as bad as it may seem, there's always tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing your perspective and experience. This can be an overwhelming time for people. Sharing and offering elevated ways to navigate your time, and hopefully what we're offering is valuable to someone. So thank you for your willingness again to share with me via my work, to share with those who need to hear this information and to feel support, even if it's through our video here. So thank you so much, Katherine, for your time, your insight, and for being a badass.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.